Let's have a little talk about the science of decision-making. I'm going to bring up a case study from the Netherlands. The government in the Netherlands were getting a lot of complaints that for their train system. Everybody travels by train in Europe, right? And they're getting a lot of complaints that people wanted a section of the train where there was quiet, silence, so people could meditate, people could take a nap, they can work, they can read, okay? So the Dutch government thought, fantastic idea. How are we going to implement this? Well, like any of us would do, they put up signs. Phone signs, signs. Do you think it worked? No. No one looked at the signs, no one cared, everyone kept on blabbing away. So they said, okay, let's go bigger and better. Bigger signs, more signs. So they put signs at all the seats. Shh. No one worked, nothing worked. So then they got fed up and they decided to hire a consulting firm, pay them millions of dollars to figure out this problem. How the hell do we get people to shut up on the train? What do you think this consulting firm figured out? They finally were able to figure it out. What do you think they did? They made the train look like a library. They put fake books on the wall, and all of a sudden, people shut up. This is a very powerful psychological phenomenon. I call it a superpower, what's happening in this train right now. This is a superpower. If you know it and you harness it, it will change the way you negotiate. It will change your life, really. Okay? I'll be talking about the superpower today. But let me have, anybody know who the brilliant behavioral scientist Dan Ariely is? Yes? Okay, so here's Dan Ariely talking about what the hell's going on this train. Why is this working?
People believe that when we deal with physical attraction, we see somebody and we know immediately whether we like them or not, attracted or not. This is why we have these 4-minute dates. So I decided to do this experiment with people. I'll show you graphic images of people, not real people. The experiment was with people. I showed some people a picture of Tom and a picture of Jerry, and I said, who do you want to date, Tom or Jerry? But for half the people, I added an ugly version of Jerry. I took Photoshop and I made Jerry slightly less attractive. The other people, I added an ugly version of Tom. And the question was, will ugly Jerry and ugly Tom help the respective more attractive brothers? And the answer was absolutely yes. When ugly Jerry was around, Jerry was popular. When ugly Tom was around, Tom was popular. This, of course, has two very clear implications for life in general. If you ever go bar hopping, who do you want to take with you? You want a slightly uglier version of yourself. Similar, but slightly uglier. And the second point, of course, is that if somebody else invites you, you know how they think about you. Now you're getting it. What is the general point? The general point is that when we think about economics, we have this beautiful view of human nature. You know, what a piece of work is man, how noble in reason. We have this view of ourselves, of others. The behavioral economics perspective is slightly less generous to people. In fact, in medical terms, that's our view.